10:48 the time, 12 minutes shy of 11 o'clock on the midday show, and you never really realize who you could be living next door to sometimes, man. And we have neighbors right here from Orange County, man. They came in and absolutely blew us away. The talent behind Cameron, Chad, Chris, and John and Nautical Front. First of all, thanks for coming in this morning, guys.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
it's our pleasure.
thank you.
What an awesome live set. I'm not blowing smoke in your face. I wouldn't do that. That just was great from the very first note until you cracked it at the end, man. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And early in the morning, too, man. I don't know how you worked that one
we
out.
woke up early.
So how did you find each other? How did this band get together?
Kind of a crazy story. Well, Chad, John, and myself have known each other since we were like 14, 15, about so.
Back
Chad
in high school, yeah.
Yeah, Chad and I met in high school. He loves telling the story about how John I knew from the music school we went to. And me, Chad, and John jammed when we were like 16 or so, really young. And then we all went our separate ways for a while, and then we reunited. And it was meant to be.
Right, it must have been. Now, by going separate ways, different states, different bands, different. What separated you?
I went to live in Hawaii. I have family there, and I went to UH Manoa.
Right.
I lived in Central California, San Luis Obispo for a couple of years, going to school there. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. And what did you study while you were in school?
I was a finance major.
All right.
In fact,
that works out great for the band.
Yeah.
This band will never be ripped off by the suits, man.
Yeah,
Never.
And then John was hustling.
I was hustling. I was doing a lot of freelancing and a lot of bands. And
Right.
shout out to Rancho Canyon Music, our music school,
Right.
where I found Cameron again, and life just happened to bring us back together.
And then we just met Chris on Craigslist. So.
That's where I buy my underwear, by the way, at Craigslist. It's a sad story. It really is, man. So the first song out of the gate was Miss America.
Yeah.
Tell us about Miss America.
Well, that was when it was Chad had joined the band. So it was John, me, and Chad. That was an instance of, a song taking years to write where I had a part and then John had a part, and then we put them together, and lyrically too, we put our ideas together, and that was one of, if not the first, like real collaboration in regards to songwriting with John and I.
Right.
Actually, it was Overgrown, the second track off our Nautical Front EP.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that's
when we
right.
first collaborated. And Miss America, I had the chorus and I had the line Miss America, and he had a verse. So we had a verse and we had a chorus, and it just kind of meshed together.
Yeah. See, that's kind of why the magic happened in the live room, is because that kind of magic happens.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. And I guess I'll go to John now as the historian of the band, because he's got, you know what? No, this is how it happened, man. It was 11:37 in the morning. And so, Chris, tell us about the skills on the guitar, man. That's outstanding skills on guitar, dude.
Thank you.
When did you first pick it up?
I got my first guitar when I was 8.
Right.
I didn't really take it seriously until I was like 12. And I was listening to Metallica, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC.
Right.
These are like the bands I grew up with.
Right.
And as I got older, I started practicing every day.
Right.
And my favorite guitarist, Sean Petrucci, I would watch his Rock Discipline.
All right.
So that really got me up to...
Right on. And I love the way you feed the line that, I didn't get serious till I was 12.
Yeah.
Well, what guitar, who gets serious at 12, man? So, congratulations there.
Thank you.
John, you appear to have a blast on the drums. And first of all, thank you for playing our drums and not sweating it, because, a lot of drummers can be snooty about drum kits, man, but you're not.
I thank you for having me. I was afraid that I was going to break a stick. But I love electronic drum sets. I love playing the drums. I feel like that's what I was put on this earth to do. So I'm very blessed to be able to do that with my best friends here in Nautical Front.
Right on. You guys had a show last month at House of Blues, kicked butt. So we're looking forward to more live shows from you. I noticed that a while back, a few months ago, you played the Whiskey. I don't know if it was your first time at the Whiskey, but what's it like the first time to walk into a place that historic?
It's kind of surreal because it's this legendary place.
Right.
And so there's a certain energy about it for sure, I'd say. And it was our first time there. John's played there before, but walking in there, it was you sense the energy about the place for sure.
Is there a certain sphincter tightening when the lights come on, man? Look,
A certain, you start to get the shakes a little bit.
Right.
I'm nervous.
The second song you did was Shame, and there's a line in it that says, "Yeah, I'm losing my mind. I'm falling apart one thought at a time."
Yeah.
The song itself. Here's the creative thing that I absolutely love, and this is when I became the fan. I think is that the song is a little on the dark side, but you keep this cool vibey thing happening with the beat. Tell us about the song Shame.
I wrote Shame years ago when I was living in Hawaii, and it was slower and it was a lot more somber. And honestly, I kind of threw it away. I put it on the shelf, and then years later, while I was jamming with Chad and John, I just got the idea to speed it up. And then when I was messing around with it at practice, they heard it and their ears perked up and they said, "Oh, what's that?"
Right.
So then I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe this one actually is good." So I went back and finished it. And then the lyrics are, obviously about mental health. A while back, somebody I was close to in Hawaii told me about how their sibling was going through mental health and dealing with self-harm and stuff like that. So that stuck with me, and that lyric is the result. But like you said, it's dark, but I wanted to end it with a light at the end of the tunnel. That's why it ends with, I won't give in to the shame.
Right. It's
Right
fantastic.
above it.
I absolutely love that, dude. And by the way, if you or someone you know is suffering from depression or any mental health problems, the number to call is 1-800-273-8255. There's help out there, man. And Chad, San Luis Obispo.
Yes, sir.
Is there a huge music scene there? Tell us about how you kept tuned while you were up there.
Yeah. For me, it was just connecting with some friends, in school that had a similar music taste. I actually met a guy on the train. I was commuting on the train between San Juan Capistrano and San Luis Obispo to come home to see family.
Right.
And I actually met a guy there on that 7-hour train ride who was into the same kind of music I did. So we connected that way, and we were friends in school. And there's a cool bar downtown called Frog and Peach. They do live performances there. So hopefully we get to play there one day. That'd be great.
Right.
I do a San Luis Obispo show. So
Big shout out to the big shout out to them right now.
Yeah.
Man. Let's make this connection happen.
If you're listening.
all the way in slow. So, yeah, it was just connecting with mutual friends up there that had similar music tastes.
Right.
Essentially.
Okay, so Shame is the latest single to be released.
Yeah.
What's next? What's on the horizon for you guys?
We're in the final stages of getting our new single that will be coming out soon, but we didn't want to tease it unless we had a date, and we don't have a date yet, but probably sometime in July or August.
Right.
And then we have a show coming up at Stages in Santa Ana on June 25th. And then way further out than that, we have the Hangar on, is it August 14th?
At the OC Fair,
Yeah,
yes.
OC Fair playing the Hangar.
Sweet.
12th?
August 12th or
12th, pardon me,
12th.
12th. Yeah.
Friday, August 12th at 4:15. We are playing the Orange County Fair. We are playing at
In the hangar.
That is such a blast, man. I love. There's nothing cooler than seeing a show there, man. First of all, it's the fair,
Yeah.
and second of all, it's just such a cool vibe, man. Everybody's just there to party. I absolutely love that, man.
Yeah, we played
So,
there last year.
So when your next single drops,
Yeah.
I need to have you back in studio. We need to hear that here.
We would love to come back.
I'm going to
and
lock
hang
you
out.
guys into that right now, man. Here, sign this. Yeah. So the band, by the way, in case you missed any portion of it, it'll be up on the podcast page a little bit later on. The band is Nautical Front. It's Cameron, it's Chad, it's Chris, it's John. Where do our listeners go to buy your stuff, whether it's T-shirts or your music that benefits the band the most?
The main place people can go is Instagram and hit our link, and there you'll find links to our music anywhere: Apple Music, Spotify, Bandcamp, etc. But I would just say for anyone looking for that stuff, go to the Instagram, because that's the main place we keep everyone up to date on stuff like that.
Right on. Instagram is the place everybody's
Nautical
going.
Front
Yeah.
official.
Yeah,
At
Nautical Front official. This is why I have these guys. 'cause
Yeah,
I just
exactly,
forget.
man. Yeah,
I'm the
exactly.
historian.
All right. So Nautical Front once again. Yeah, from the historian. Nautical Front once again. John, Chris, Chad, and Cameron, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for a cool set and a great conversation.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much,
having
Ed.
us.
We'll look forward to seeing you again.